Yeah.
All right. So you guys are on. I'm on the wrong map. You guys are on the right map. You guys are in the Sultanate of Ambarak. And about a couple of months ago, a raiding group of giants came to the western side of the Sultanate. They raided and destroyed a large part of the Lesser Kingdom of Asherah, the Lesser Kingdom of Tespet, and the Lesser Kingdom of Bephidica. Eventually, the Sultan managed to gather his forces and unite the remaining defenses of the different regions to repel the giants, but not before many victims were lost by the raids, and a large damage was made to the western border of the Sultanate. I'm gonna say Empire probably a couple of times as an accident, but
They're not the most. They're kind
they're
of somewhat
not
interchangeable.
yeah. There's not they're very similar. You all, since that time, Sultan Hizam III has decreed that the western border must be rebuilt, and he has sent out two great fleet of settlers to go towards Bephidica and Tespit. And now the city's harbors and docks are booming to build new ships to go towards the last location, the Lesser Kingdom of Asherah, to also rebuild its western border there. The one that got the leadership over this new settlement campaign is the Sultan's youngest grandson, Prince Karim the Seafarer. And you all have gotten a letter from Prince Karim the Seafarer as an invitation to come to the Sultan's palace to discuss this expedition slash settlement. That is what is going on now. Now I will roll for who will go first, as we will see in their travel towards the Sultan's palace. Alright. That is 6. That is you, Reese, with
Oh boy.
Grimlock. Well, this is
Yep.
all turning out at the same time, but um,
Yeah, I get you. The order has to be
yeah.
decided.
You are on your way towards it as you walk past a small food market. You
Okay.
hear a friendly voice in High Barakian. Greetings, young friend. Would you be interested in a fine snack between?
Grimlock kind of looks towards them and like that face. I'm sorry. He looks like he's in an advert ready to sell you something. He's gonna sell you some hummus. Um,
Does he
but
look European?
but yeah. So Grimlock kind of like goes. He'll go towards the stall and see what the guy is selling.
My name is Manush. I bring cuisines from the northern parts of Pacifica to enjoy and make my business here in Ambarak. We have we have Pacifica pizza for your likes. We have
Why are you making me hungry for gyros?
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry now
doner
too.
kebab.
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry.
And
Um,
last, we have Borak. of these dishes, you can buy 1 portion of a meal for only 4 copper pieces.
You see Grimlock kind of like before he says anything, he just kind of leans forward a bit, like sniffs each dish kind of, and kind of gets stuck a bit on the donut kebab, and he goes and he'll go like, I think I'll have some of this. It seems tasty.
Very
And
good choice, my friend.
can I just like break up gold coins, by the way? Like I don't have to
Oh
like
yeah,
get
no
changed to
problem.
them.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Well,
because I've got
he just has a bag of like different exchanges, so he can give you the change back.
yeah. Do I also, out of curiosity, have my bodyguard with me, or is he?
Oh yeah, you can bring him with you.
Yeah, he'll be there as well. I just like
Yep.
he, and he'll be
He
that
just looks
he'll.
at you as he's like, "Can I have some too?"
Yes, we will both partake, and he'll set down, well, a gold coin, but he'll buy. He'll go like, I want 4 of these.
Ah, that is 16 copper pieces. Well, good choice, my friend.
Thank you. And he'll take that, and he'll eat it and wander off if unless there's anything else to be said. But he's content.
And do not, and do spread the word if you like the dish. Come to Manush.
I will if I can. And he hands 2 of them to his bodyguard. And he takes 2, and he just starts eating in both hands. He's just it's like what he's just eating like in each hand. He's not really too caring about the way it looks.
Left, right.
Yes, let's get going. We should be meeting with the prince soon.
Oh, royalty.
Yes.
He looks at it like he stuffs them both in his mouth really quickly.
Well, I didn't mean exactly this. That is fine. This is fine.
He is having a hard time swallowing now.
Like Grimlock pulls out like his water skin, goes like, drink before you choke.
He empties it out. Ah!
I will need to get more water, but that is fine. Come along.
Oh, it's delicious. Do you have more?
You can have some more later. We have a meeting to get to.
Yes, we will go to Nanush.
Yes. There's a part like you can see Grimlock, and like you can like there's patience in his face, but it's still like a little bit like God's. You know, this he loves his bodyguard, but there's a slight part of like he's just not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Mm-hmm.
Every ambassador has a bodyguard who's complete barbarian.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
I'd also like to mention like Grimlock is like for little folk are generally big. Grimlock is bigger than normal people, like the average human, but his bodyguard is even bigger than he is, and he's a big rippling pile of muscle, but otherwise he's not much. You can tell when you look in his eyes, there's not much gleaming behind those. But yeah, he will continue on his way.
Then you manage to arrive at the Sultan's palace, and we will switch to the next person. Let's see. Teslan, your turn. Let's see. I'll use this one. Sizen. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yep.
Alright. You have your father, the head of your house has gotten a letter from the Sultan, and he has asked who would volunteer for this mission. Many have tried to gain it, but you have won the internal struggle within your family for this mission. How did you how would you say that you beat your competition?
So I had a I had an art I had Sorry, I had a contest. History, knowing the area, and a tournament where we got to fight each other. Blended swords, of course.
And that was a thrilling until the last round. Let's see. Have this note here. That's the wrong one. As you won the tournament, the letter of Prince Kareem was given towards you, and now is the day of the appointment. And you go through the. You also travel. You travel towards the magic market, although this is, as far as you know, never really real magic, mostly just cheap parlor tricks to entertain people and special effects. But as you cross towards it, towards the Sultan's palace, you are you see a large crowd in front of a cart, and on top of the cart is a gnome. And he speaks in a, for you, very strange accent. Greetings, everyone! As you see in these all other magical instances, we here at McGelvin's Magical Emporium and Magic show you true magic. I need a volunteer, and I see one right there as he points right at you, Sizen.
Okay, Sizen looked around sheepishly, hands Nina his all of his, or his glaive in his broom, and walks up very rigidly and bows mechanically to McGalman.
Welcome. What is your name?
Sizen.
Ah, yes, Sizen. I need you today for my assistance in my magic trick. He takes down his large top hat out of a chest. Would you confirm to the audience here that this top hat is completely empty?
It is.
Ah, yes. See? We have first look survivors. Now, Sizen, hold the top hat for me so I can channel the magic through it. Zibby! As he pulls out a little rabbit out of the hat. And the crowd claps for it. But this is a simple trick. Now we are going to go with real magic. And as he starts doing the same thing again, Sizen, you can make me an Arcana check. Alright. You see that he's trying to cast a spell, Find Familiar, but he's doing it horribly wrong, and this could be dangerously wrong.
As in the summons.
I'll let the sage fool make an idiot of himself.
All right, and as you let him continue the spell, suddenly the hat starts becoming way heavier than it is. As let's see what your actual strength is. If there's actually a problem.
17. So
oh yeah,
no.
that's not a problem, but it's not, the weight is not a problem, but you conclude this is not how heavy a hat should be. As suddenly the lower part of the hat start ripping apart. and a full-sized tiefling woman falls out, looking
Okay.
utterly confused.
And step back and regard it like she was part of the act.
Go ahead and make a performance check. As you make the performance check, you see that the crowd takes it up in and starts cheering. Yay! And McGelvin, the gnome wizard, is like, and that was it for today's show. We'll be closing down, and if you want to buy your own magic hats, they're only for 7 gold apiece. You can too be a wizard.
I'll bow again, hand that hat back to McGalvin, and hope that we're not too late as we go along. Go to the throne of the Sultan himself.
The tiefling still looked like, as you walk away, the tiefling still walks around and is like utterly confused, and she starts talking to people in a different language.
So long as it isn't my problem, she can do what she likes.
Oh god, I have an idea now.
Oh my god.
As you walk away, alright, now for you, Tariq or Amon Hotep, you are sleeping soundly in your large bed as you hear a soft knock on the door. Sir Hotep, may I enter? Tariq?
Did you hear anything I said?
No.
Okay, I had muted myself so I wouldn't interrupt other people's stuff. I called. The first thing I do is when I hear the knocking, I call for the servant, whose name I just cannot remember right now. This is all so new. And I tell her, what is your name again?
Nani. Sir Hotep.
Nani. Please go answer the door while I prepare myself to receive visitors. I should be but a moment.
I was the one that was knocking to wake you up.
Oh, that makes sense. He just like stares at her.
I've woken you up because breakfast is ready. We have very fine grapes and a little bit of goat milk ready for you. And of course, today I've already cleaned your clean clothes will arrive soon. I will be on my way to pick them up for your meeting with Prince Kareem, I believe.
Ah, yes. Can you call your ex-mistress and the guards over here so I can explain the situation to them?
Of course, Sir Hotep. Amaros! Get over here! As the door is closed, but you hear it over there, you hear quite a bit of enjoyment out of that voice. Sir Hotep is calling you!
He's trying not to visibly laugh. He's supposed to be this imposing man who strikes fear into the hearts of people, but this little tiny servant woman is amusing him greatly, and he's a little scared.
quickly Omoros like walks in with her guards, Kisa and Tekbes.
We are going to meet the prince today, Amaros, and I know that you have known of him in the past. I will be counting on you to give me whatever information is necessary. I know you do not want to be there, as you are embarrassed to be in my employ. But that is your problem, not mine. As for your guards, you two are doing very good job. And then, as I am speaking to my tiefling guard captain, she suddenly disappears.
Oh shit! Then I made a mistake. I didn't know it was supposed to be a tiefling. My bad. Because I'm
No, it's just I just thought of it, and that was funny. You know what?
I use the this the first one is the guard captain because I wanted it to be a bit older, and this one looked like a
You know what?
yeah.
Uh, keep that.
I,
It was I thought it would be funny, but never mind. I will retcon that.
my bad.
No, I will retcon that. It was just funny. It's like, uh, so yes, your job is to basically keep her out of trouble and keep her safe. I should be fine. And before they see a man who's no less than 6'6" tall, and that is before he is wearing armor. uh, he is. I don't want to use food terms, but mocha skinned, almost honey skinned, and with curly black hair tied into uh cornrows.
You don't have to describe your character until the other characters are met.
Oops, I'm sorry. All right, let us.
Why'd do that? Sorry, continue what you're doing.
And,
It's like,
as a little bit later, as they all get ready, I will,
Mhm.
as Amuro says with her, you know it's fake politeness. She said, I will do so, sir, Amon. And I will take my books with me to prepare properly for this and wear some of my old clothes. Would be nothing more than polite, right?
yes, and as a gesture on my part, I will just tell people that I have employed you as a consultant, since you know the prince, so there will be no harm to your quote unquote reputation.
As Nani comes back with a large amount of items, which is your armor and clothes, freshly cleaned. She gestures to help you put on your armor.
Thank you, I appreciate it, Nani. You will stay at home, keeping this place safe, and do your daily duties, and
Yes, sir.
then when Amarosa gets back, she can assist you with said duties. So leave the bathrooms for last. I say that like quietly to her.
Of course. As she let me ready up everything where I start cleaning. First, we need a clean bed. You as she helps you put on your armor, you make your way, you eat your breakfast, and you get ready to leave towards the Sultan's palace. Your way towards the Sultan's palace goes without any problems, as you all arrive around the same time in the Sultan's palace. You have to show your invites towards the guards there at the well, it would be like the receptionist, and they tell you all the same thing that they say. We're sorry, but Prince Kareem right now is in a meeting with the Sultan Hizam. Would you be so kind as to wait in the waiting room until he is ready to summon you, where each of you arrives, and
Is
there is only 3 people currently in, or each of
I,
you
I
is in the waiting room right now.
I do have a question for you, if you do not mind. I was wondering, is it true that Prince Kareem came from a recently came from a mythical land after fighting many titanic opponents?
Yes. I've heard these stories as well, but he has told them to the Sultan, but I was not a guard in there, so I've only had heard hearsays.
Yes, I heard that he killed 3 titans by himself.
That could definitely be the case, but I would not know that.
I think that is an exaggeration, but we will find out.
You all in the waiting room. Uh, you see, as you all arrive, you see each other there, and the only people waiting there. Let's see, who will be the last one to enter? That will be Grimlock. Grimlock, please describe your entrance into the waiting room, and what do the people here, what do the other players see?
Okay, so what you see entering basically through the front chamber is you see basically Grimlock initially talking to his larger counterpart beside him, but you would notice that he looks like, well, a lizard folk. So he's got very reptilian features. Obviously, he's got yellow, like amberish eyes with like a kind of seem like face paint over the top of his muzzle and near his eyes. His eyes. He's wearing like a kind of like a robe of a kind, though adorned with several pieces of bone, and also wearing a large cloak with a fur pelt at the top. And they also see his bodyguard, which is a very, again, a larger lizard folk beside him, which has more of a, I would say, more of a crocodile look to him compared to Grimlock, and is wearing less clothing, but wearing more, kind of looks more like jewelry, but also is seems to be carrying. Do we have our weapons with us, by the way, or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then he'd be carrying a fairly large, basically in the style of the area, kind of like an Egyptian, you know those like the curved blades, I can't remember what you call them.
Arak.
But yeah, basically one of those. Basically he's carrying that's what his bodyguard is carrying. And you're seeing Grimlock is currently looks like he doesn't have any weapons on him, but seems to be content enough. And doesn't do anything ostentatious as he enters. He just kind of comes in and nods to the others as he kind of takes up a corner of the room essentially.
Alright. Caesar, would you please introduce how the rest of sees you?
So Saison is a bronze skinned man, very formal. He's wearing fine clothing and glamoury gherkin, and he is plated on the outside, looking very formal. He looks around with slight disdain, but if Prince Cream thinks these are the best people, then that's his choice to make. He'll bow in greeting and take a seat, take a like a couch to himself. His servants come in as well.
Alright. And then I'm on Hotep. If you are also in, please describe yourself now while wearing the clothes that you are wearing currently.
What you see is a very, very large man. Uh, Obviously athletic, around 6'6", like in armor, almost 7 foot, and he is wearing obsidian plate armor with gold filigree, and in the visor of the helmet is glowing red. He is brandishing a a glaive that is taller than he is, a very ornate glaive, with an eye etched into it in filigree. And behind him, you see a noblewoman with her entourage, and she seems to be doing most of the talking for him.
As you all see each other, a servant comes in, and he says, Prince Kareem deeply apologizes for having you all wait here. That the business he has with the Sultan is of high importance. So he has brought me to bring you some fresh tea and something to eat while you wait, and feel free to interact with each other. And the snack that the servant brought is bahim, which looks like
What is that
this.
yet? Ooh, looks tasty.
Excuse me, I hate to ask, and I do apologize, but will the prince be seeing us in separate interviews, or are we all in the same?
It is currently his wish to meet you all at the same time, for he has a proposition and a task for all of you together.
Oh,
For this task he has requires more than one.
I see. Very well. And I shall introduce myself to the rest of you. My name is Aman Hotep,
It is
paladin
nice. Oops,
from
sorry.
the Order of Osiris. I apologize, you may speak.
I am Grimlock. I am from. That's right. Let me just have something. 2 seconds. We just need to remember the name of this thing. I had it up here.
Horrors of
2 seconds. Right?
names.
Yeah. No, just trying to remember, like, because I don't have like a last name necessarily, but I do have a thing, and I just want to make sure I say it
Like
right.
your tribe name or something.
Yeah. I am Grimlock, of the tribe of the Arushi. We currently dwell within the desert. It is nice to meet you. And this is my bodyguard, Gorok.
Puts up one hand, notices that there's still some of the sauce on it from the snack from earlier. Like,
Oh yeah, I do take off my helmet to eat some of the uh libations.
Yeah. Grimlock does take some as well, but I imagine Gorok might take a handful, and Grimlock tries to eat like the difference between the difference between the two is like Grimlock is like acting as high society, like he's trying to act as best he can as what a
yeah.
quote unquote noble would, where Gorok is very much is just a big lizard guy, and it's kind of like you can see the difference between the two, but they obviously you can see the relation of them as well.
Similarly, as Hassan has taken great pains to look his best, so he doesn't want to eat any of the food if unless he's spilling on him. However, his nurse, Manam, definitely will stuff as many in her mouth as she can.
Okay. So as you introduce Gorok, like I do apologize. I am not used to having an entourage. Uh, this is my assistant, What is your name again, dear?
Omaros.
Amaros.
I am High Magistrate Magistrate Omaros. I am in collaboration with Sir Among Hotep.
Yes, and these are her.
You see
Uh,
that, like, as she says that, you see that both the two bodyguards are trying to hold their laughing.
mm-hmm. It's like, and these are uh, her bodyguards, Tech Bess, and wait, I need to, and Kissa. All of you will notice that he specifically didn't remember her name, but he remembered the guards' names.
Yeah.
I do apologize. It was quite rude to ignore them as such. You have much better manners in this situation than I do.
Do not
I apologize for my
do not mind
indiscretion.
it. I am simply used to making sure that people have known of him. He is
He
hard
seems.
to avoid not talking about sometimes.
Haha. Well, he looks like a strapping fellow. I would like to spar with him one day.
I think he would like that too. And I know like you're talking about playing him, but I would imagine he does. Gorok does eye up Amon as like that kind of like ooh a fight because like he's a big dumb lizard and he likes the idea of fighting big things.
Yeah! Let's get ready!
Not now.
I do
What?
not
What?
think today this is not the situation to do such a thing. Another time.
No, I don't like it when I get blue balls.
Oh, like all of my entourage starts laughing at that. Just
Yeah,
trying.
they're just you just see like Grimlock close his eyes and that kind of like big exhale of just.
Did you choose your god yourself, Green?
No, I chose him.
That is
Oh,
true. It is true. We are technically family. As our tribes are mostly communal groups.
interesting. I was just wondering if you were trying to cause a diplomatic incident, and
I
this is
wish.
obviously a joke.
Yeah. See, Grimlock is just like there's like if a lizard could blush, he can't really. I don't think you can really make him blush, but like there's that kind of like sullen, like kind of shaking his head of just. I wish I was.
If we're introducing our underlings, may I present Idam, my arms trainer, Minim, my nurse, and Gorgum, my magical trainer. For the honor of House Hoso, we will honor the prince and fulfill this mission.
Yes. I am curious to see what we will be doing. It'll be
Out of
interesting.
out of character, like, are there supposed to be tokens that I'm not seeing? Because
No, I didn't know that Saiyan. I forgot Saiyan is a noble, and then you get the 3 followers. So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
you get the
didn't make
natural three
tokens for
followers.
that.
Yeah.
we had to we had to pay for ours.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wish I
true
hadn't paid for mine.
sacrifice. Yeah, it is only free though, but and like there are like your Amoros could probably Gorok could probably kill all of Saiyan's followers in one turn if he wanted to,
Well,
By
actually,
yeah.
isn't one
by
of his followers actually a noble, which is actually a pretty good template?
Yeah, if you no, if you want them to be.
Oh, okay.
You can have 3 commoners or 1 noble as a squire or something like that, I believe.
by the
We'll use these as a temporary fix for that.
by the rules, they can't actually do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe your Gorok is would be more of a help than Hidem, even though they're kind of similar.
Mm-hmm. finish up your intros and talk to each other for a bit, and then you notice that the plate of Hanim or Bahim is completely empty. The servant enters again and says, "The prince is ready to meet you, but he is unable to leave the Sultan's throne room, so he will be doing the meeting at the Sultan's throne room. I would like to ask first if you all know the proper protocols to enter the Sultan's throne room."
I do not. This is why I brought Amaros.
Gorak also put, or not Gorak, sorry, Grimlock puts up his hand and goes like, I also do not know the exact customs of your peoples.
Said this is a dream come true for Suzanne.
Alright, I shall instruct you then. As you enter the throne room, you will see a large carpet. You will see 3 large carpets. You will walk towards the stairs on the first large carpet. Then you will then one of the guards will tap with his spear on the ground, giving you the sign that you can go up the stairs towards the second large carpet. There you can walk forwards, and then if you look to the left of the seat of the Sultan, there will sit a person, and he will give you a sign that you may approach up the stairs towards the third carpet, when you will be in direct vicinity of the Sultan. Bow as you can. Bow to the Sultan first in the middle, then bow to the left, then bow to the right, and look towards the ground. And at some point, one of the 3 will tell you that you may rise, and then you may walk about in the throne room as you please. Is
Fair
that
enough.
clear for any of you?
Completely. Amaros, do you remember all of that?
Of course. I've done so in
Gorak.
the past.
Grimlock turns to Gorak and goes, Gorak, I think it may be best that you do not come.
Do we have more Bahim?
Is it okay if he stays here, and can you provide him more of that food?
Of course, sir. I will go towards the kitchen right away.
Now, Gorak, you must stay here, and do not make Ambrakis. This is important for our people. Do not muck it up.
He does a thumbs up.
Tekbas, would you do me the honor of escorting Mr. Grimlock so that he is not without an escort? He seems a fine fellow, and I appreciate his discretion.
Of course.
You see, actually, Grimlock at that actually bows a slight bow to him, basically, like, thank you. I appreciate your hospitality as well. I love how you just took Gorak and the food together. Like, that is really what he do, because I couldn't imagine Grimlock going like, this is not a good idea to bring him in. He's a good bodyguard, he's just not a very good manners person.
No, yeah, it's just like Amon Hotep is like, if he could stay with Grimlock, he would,
Yeah.
because this is not his scene. Usually he's invading the castle, not invited to it. So he's doing his best to show proper courtly manners.
The servant, another servant comes in with the Bahim with a large portion of Bahim for Gorlock, and the servant that talked to you all gestures you to follow him throughout the palace.
Yep.
With his large knowledge. Go ahead, Sign.
Oh, I'll leave my my underlings behind and follow very robotically.
If
Was Shaseen your name, Sahib? I was wondering, since you seem comfortable in this particular situation, your face absolutely lit up when she asked about courtly etiquette. Would you mind taking the lead?
Oh, and I'm sorry. As you wish, I would be honored.
as you go up front, you come towards the entrance of the Sultan's throne room.
The casual tiger. The casual
Yes.
tiger.
Just look at the Sultan and mages. That was a joke.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
No, no, you son of.
Yeah.
I found your
I'm just,
picture and I was like, yes.
I'm just glad it wasn't chakras because I would have turned the other way. This character shouldn't even know him, but he would have turned the other way.
If I introduce Chandras to this campaign and he meets you, the first thing he's going to say is, "Hey, you're playing a paladin now."
Forgot he breaks the fourth wall. I forgot that part. You got reincarnated as a paladin. All right.
Alright. So then, you're first.
Excellent. So I'll leave my glaive behind and casually stride up um to the first carpet and wait expectantly.
As you hear the tap. Boom.
I'll give a slight bow to whoever tapped and proceed up to the second.
You hear from afar that both the Sultan and the person to the left are talking with each other. And then they stop the conversation, and you hear the person to the left say, "You may proceed."
I'm bowing thanks again and then when I see the majesty of the Sultan, the Prince, and Rama, I'll fall to the ground, prostrate, and bow to all three of them.
And they do that. You hear the Sultan say, "Rise, son of Huso." I pronounced that
And
correctly, right?
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I'll bow again and move to the side respectfully.
Stay here, son of Huso.
I move only for you to greet other guests.
Welcome, welcome. How how is your family doing? I have not had a meeting with the patriarch of your family for quite some while. How is he doing? All right.
He is my sultan. Our family wealth was hit hard by the giant raids, so I've come to offer my services in that regard.
Great to hear. The House of Husan has always been a great ally to the Sultanate, and I expect great things from you, young one.
Thank you, my sultan.
As he gestures for you to step away. Who shall be next?
I'll go, I guess. He'll go to the first carpet as he's supposed to and wait.
It takes a little while, and you see that one of the royal guards, the one that did the tap, like his shoelace is is been unbound, so he's like he's trying to fix it, and then he
Mhm.
taps.
Grimlock nods and then gets to the next carpet.
Then as that is now they already expecting you, and the one next to him, Prince Mazur, makes a says, "Continue forwards."
Grimlock will move forward, and he will bow in the sequence first to the Sultan. I think it was the Sultan, then the Prince, and then to the
Tiger.
right, yeah, to the Tiger. I was questioning that in my mind, but I was like, I definitely remember him saying bowing to that. So
Yeah.
he does like a very actually well done courtly bow. You know, bows to the waist to all three. Sorry, in sequence, and keeps his eyes downcast as he keeps himself in a slight bow as he waits for their approval to rise.
Sultan says, "Rise, rise."
He takes his eyes up.
I have. The Sultan looks you, Grimlock. I have not met any of your peoples before. I am sorry, but my old age and, well, the worst enemy that one could ever imagine, gout, has taken aback my traveling capabilities. It is fine to finally meet one of your lizard folk. How do you enjoy my sultanate so far?
I must say, it is a lovely and grand sultanate. Oh, Sultan. What's his name? Sorry, Sultan
Nizam.
Hazam.
Sultan
Sultan is
Nizam III.
Sultan Hazam the Third. I appreciate your hospitality in allowing me to come here today, as I know I may not be of the greatest of stock, but I have come to pledge some service to you.
Well, your reputation has impressed my grandson, who has done many great feats himself. But I do have a question for you, as you have traveled around. What
Yes, myself.
do you find what is the most beautiful or the most strangest thing you have encountered in my realm? I am always curious about the opinions of outsiders.
Oh shit.
You
um.
can make something up.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to think. No, I just like it was like you put me on the spot. I'm just thinking. Sorry. Um, I'll be honest, Sultan. I find the deserts themselves to be quite beautiful in their own way, especially at night where you can see the stars above.
Ah, yes. In my younger days, I would many times visit the deserts just to stare in the night to the stars. It is indeed a beautiful sight. Pearls into nothing. Please take a seat somewhere, and the next one will come. Or,
Okay. Oh,
and, like he makes like a pain gesture. It's like, my apologies. I have taken arrow. I have taken great swords in combats in my past, but this damn gout will be the best of me.
I am sorry to hear that. This may be forward of me, but I am known to know a decent amount about the body and medicine. If you ever require such services, I'd be more than willing to offer them to you at no cost.
Have no worries, young, young ally. I am old. This is just a part of life, and only experiencing this curse at the age of 93, I am lucky. As many
You
do
see,
not live to my age.
you see, like Grimlock's eyes kind of blink a little bit because in his tribe that's a very high age,
And
and
it's
he
at a
goes,
very high age here too.
yeah, yeah, and he kind of like again bows down and goes, it is good to be such an elder. It's still an honor to meet you once again. I did not realize I am not used to your peoples and their looks when they get age, but I am sorry, elder, if I did not give enough deference. And he kind of bows even deeper, like he actually bows again and bows deeper this time. And then we'll stand off to the side. I'll move him like over here, I guess.
Make a little space for the next one to come.
Yeah, just make a little space each
The,
time.
Amonhotep, the servant, gestures for you to be the next to arrive.
As we start forward, I'd bend over to Kissa. Are weapons okay?
Yes, they are.
All right. So I go for.
It is seen as a type of cowardice to disarm someone in your throne room. It would show that you are ill confident in who you allow in. Although it is seen as very polite and trusting if you leave your weapons here, for you show trust you show trust towards the Sultan, in that you trust him to not harm you as you are vulnerable and unarmed.
Oh, I meant to say armor rose, but yeah, Kiss is fine. Kissa, you hold on to my halberd and my glaive, and Amaros, come with me, please. Kissa, you stay here. Thank you very much. And yeah, we'll go. I will basically be following Amaros's lead, and I asked Amaros for the package that I had intended for the prince, but I will be giving it to the Sultan.
Alright. Amarose walks
Oops.
forwards
Right.
and then stops. The royal guard looks a little bit at you guys and then taps. And then Amarose walks forward again.
Why is it
Stops.
being? No, this thing is being really finicky today.
Ah,
It's moving the entire map instead of just my token.
holy shit.
Yeah, could you move my token, please?
There you
I
go.
apologize.
As Amarose waits again. She waits for a while and then Amonhotep. You recognize the person left of the Sultan. That is Prince Masur, who was who was in when you were still part of the military. He was the Grand General of your
Regiment.
battalion, regiment, for a very long time.
Out of character. Hey, bro. Because Mansoor is my brother's name.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm not even kidding. I told you about this.
And then the next, no, that's just a coincidence because I forgot that. And then we have Prince Kareem as well. Give me a list of your other family members' names.
Dante. No, don't worry about it. It's too long. But yeah, that's
Prince
hilarious.
Masur says, approach, High Magistrates, and approach, Officer. As Amarose passes by.
Do so. Yes,
Amarose first bows towards the Sultan,
I do so.
then towards Prince Mansour, and then towards the tiger.
I do the same.
High Magistrate. Rise, sir. Welcome to my throne room. I hope your new position, High Magistrate, is to your liking.
They cannot see me smiling.
Of course, sir. It is a great honor to serve the interest of the Sultanate as praise be by my position, and I love to be more useful. Your wish is my command. As the Sultan makes a gesture that you both may leave.
Your Honor, I was not anticipating meeting you today. I had brought a gift for the prince, but would be very honored if you were to take it instead.
Ah, yes. Come closer and bring it to me.
I do so. It is a large box full of baklava, because I had heard that the prince had been to a mythical land where this was a delicacy.
Ah, yes.
But it's horrible for gout. You mentioned he had gout, and I'm like, oh.
He doesn't know that. He doesn't know that. The foods. Let me try something. So you're basically cussing him out, but he doesn't know it yet.
I wouldn't eat too much of that if you have gout, sir. From would I know that? Actually, would I even know that?
You can make a medicine check to see if you know that.
I probably don't know that. Then. Let's see.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Nope. I'm just giving him a delicacy from a distant land.
Ah, this is delicious. Thank you very much. Mansoor, try a bit of this too. Come on here, son. Yes, father. Prince Mansoor is basically the heir to the Sultanate.
Yeah, I have a feeling that from the way you've acted this out that Amenhotep has been here before. Or at least met the Sultan before, because it's like, hey, I don't even know anything about you.
Well, at least the son can vouch for you.
Yeah, exactly.
He also gives a little bit to the tiger, and then he asks you to remove yourselves from the carpets.
Do so quickly.
As Prince Kareem stands here towards the side to the left and makes a gesture for you to come here.
Pratt. Sorry, you're gonna have to move me.
He's standing there, and next to Prince Kareem is standing probably a spellblade, which is basically a mage bodyguard. His trusted companion Sheila. Prince Kareem gestures you all to sit, and on the side of the tables are a couple of cups of tea. Welcome all. I am sorry that I had to meet you all in this formal occasion and not in my office, but some business with the expedition takes personal eye caring for, and I cannot waste any time traveling to my office and back again. Maybe missing some important information on my part to arrange. But you must all be curious why I have summoned you here.
Sorry, can we take just a small pause? I just need to go to the toilet real quick, and I'll be back in like a second. Just
No problem.
sorry.
If anyone else needs to go to the toilet, go now too, please.
Sure. But I did fix the problem. I had to reset row 20, reload it.
Sorry, I'm back.
No problem. Others are also going to the bathroom, so
Yeah.
when nature calls, nature calls.
No, I appreciate it. A reasonable BM.
No, you can never go to the bathroom. If the game takes 8 hours, you do it in a bottle. Or you call your mom to get you to...
They get the piss drawer.
Yeah. You do it like Cartman. Mom! Mom!
Uh,
Bathroom! Bathroom!
dude, no, just no.
Yes.
So I had to reload Road 20, but I got the problem fixed.
It's
Good.
generally always the thing that helps most of the time. Roll 20 is doing weird. F5.
Well, remember, like back in the day, like it's been really good at the last year or so. But back in the day, remember, like Road 20 used to be, whoo, it was rough.
They improved the service by a lot. What generally does happen though, that when they introduce new features, then things bug out for like a week, and then they fixed it.
Usually, it bugs out the rolls. It's like, like why am I rolling nothing but ones? I'm not Will Wheaton.
Is everyone back? After Rick is
Yep.
back. Yeah, you're also here on the wing, and Reese as well, so we will continue. So, as you all know, as Prince Kareem said, I am starting a expedition towards Asherah to rebuild the western border there. And but the giants left more behind than we could chew on. And I need an elite team, a forward team, to help beat down the greatest of threats that we have in the area. That is why I have selected you all. You have all had reputations of your combat prowess, your diplomatic prowess, and many others. And I needed people with skills to be the front line upon our expedition. For in Asherah, many things went wrong during the giant assault.
Will this be a expedition of conquest? Will we be showing our might?
To some extent, some parts of Asherah have been taken over by rebels and neighboring conquerors, and we must take our rightful lands back.
Yes, we can only be the ones who conquer. Like he's
Whatever you wish of me, how so will see it done.
That is greatly appreciated. I shall tell you a little bit about what went wrong during the giant assault, where it first went right. The giants assaulted the three lesser kingdoms to the west, all simultaneously. So when my father and I were gathering the troops to major a counter-offensive, we needed to prioritize which of our lesser kingdoms we would help first. We decided for Tespet and then Bethedica, and last Asherah. For those in that order was the military strength of those kingdoms. The kingdom of Tespet has almost no military power, so they needed help the quickest, and from there traveling to Bethedica would be the fastest. So we could help those kingdoms as quickly as possible, and we actually made the mistake of trusting the people in Asherah to hold the line until we were ready to help them. And for at the start, we thought it would be good. They held the line, and Pharaoh Namrut did very well. But he was tricked and trapped and killed by these giants. And then all hell and incompetence broke out in Asherah. Pharaoh Namrut's three heirs, his heirs, started a civil war for his throne. Instead of uniting to kick out the giants, they started fighting each other instead. For all three of them were greedy for their father's throne, and this left us with chaos and free game for the giants. You can imagine my father's frustration at the situation when this all happened.
May I ask, which one of the princes are we aligned with?
Currently, we are aligned with two of them as they compromised in a certain way. Princess Annette, who is the pharaoh's oldest daughter and appointed heir, which my father also approved of at the time, and my grandfather as well. And her husband and younger brother Prince Tinos. As he says that, you like hear utter disgust in his voice, like brother and sister married, like gross.
Oh, they're Egyptians.
Like, and so the three factions originally were Princess Annette, his oldest daughter and heir. Her followers were the lords that were friends of her father and loyal to his dying wish. Then the second problem was Prince Nesu, his oldest son, who felt it was his birthright as the oldest son to become pharaoh. His allies were lords that inherited their titles in the past over older females in their bloodline, which they most likely got rid of by scrupulous means, but I sadly do not have proof of accusations like these, although I am fairly certain about them. Their goal was to restore Asherah as a independent kingdom outside of our sultanate, bring back slavery, and worship of their old gods.
I was gonna mention. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say it was just like one thing that while this is all happening, Grimlock has actually got like a notebook out, and is actually writing quite a lot currently about like all this different stuff. And he seems to be like it just see that's all he's doing basically. I mean, he's like keeping quiet for the most part, but is noting down a lot of the details of not really necessarily the conflict itself, but the actual dynamics between the kingdom.
Yes.
Well, which is why Amenhotep asked in the first place, and he notices you writing down notes. Like, I would like to see those later to refresh myself.
That is fine.
Thank you.
I am just curious about your peoples. This is an um, unusual things I do not understand completely. And like,
Neither do as I do not as well. I'm
Yeah,
used
the
to
prince
going.
even signs like, I completely agree with you all.
I generally, when they assign me to a mission, it is a mission of conquering a new land or subduing an enemy army from conquering a land. This is more of a peacekeeping mission, and I'm not utterly comfortable with it, but one must do as the prince wishes, and I bowed to the.
Ensure you will arose to the challenge.
And I imagine there'll be plenty uses for our halberds and glaives.
You see the red in his visor become even brighter. It was like, let us hope.
Of course. The last claimant was Prince Tios, the youngest son of Pharaoh Namrut. Always ambitious, but somewhat of a party boy. His claim comes from the very simple thing that, in my opinion, he is easy to manipulate, and the nobles that support him were promised many more rights that would be relinquished from the pharaoh and given back to the nobles. How this
And I am.
conflict eventually stopped? Go ahead.
You said he was easy to manipulate. Do you think that there might be a particular noble whispering into his ear more so than the others?
I have not met these nobles yet, so your theory might be sound, but I cannot confirm it yet. But as easily manipulated, Princess Annette solved the problem by basically manipulating her younger brother Prince Tios to marry her, and with that they fused both their claims and trapped Prince Nezu. And when the three armies fought, Princess Annette and Prince Tios won the conflict. Now, then united, they finally kicked out the giants together with my father's army, Prince Mansour. But that did not mean that they did not wreak large amounts of havoc and damage upon Asherah in their conflict. Now that you know the political situation of the area that we're going to, like I said, I need you all, or I want you all to be my elite team of front lines dealing with problems that will arise in our entrance there. Many of the settlers that we will bring with us are not trained soldiers. We have had many casualties as well, and our armies are spread out between the different regions of the Sultanate. So we do not have the luxury of bringing large amounts of troops with us to solve these problems. Of course, you shall be rewarded. But first, the first part of your mission and part of your reward is I have commissioned, and it is currently being built, a ship for all of you to travel with us to Asherah. When we have taken the first piece of land back, as is rightfully ours, from in the area of Asherah, I will reward you all with ownership of the ship. You may share it in common use, or you may sell it and share the gold won from that prize. What you do with it after we have set foot on those lands is up to you. But for your mission in this city, I am quite preoccupied with organizing the fleet of settlers that will travel with us towards Asherah. I need you guys to travel the city and recruit and manage a proper ship crew that can handle the dangers that you will be handling. Is that
I
something within your abilities?
I believe so.
As you wish.
I,
I would advise you to look for employees upon your ship in either the inn at the docks called the Hurricane's Rest or at the labor market. would be needing to fully make your ship operational. One quartermaster who is in charge of the ship when none of you are present. A sailing master who is in charge of the maintenance of the sails and navigation. A boatswain who is in charge of all the supplies on the ship. A doctor who is ready to do help with injuries on the ship. A carpenter, so you can actually repair stuff on the ship when it gets damaged. A cook, because, well, you want to eat. And 6 sailors, so that is in total a crew of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12 crew members are needed to man this ship. At least when none of y'all are present.
This is. Please,
Of
I do not
course,
wish to be inappropriate, but are we paying for these crew members ourselves, or?
I will give you, as a group, 1,000 gold pieces to pay for potential crew members. If you manage to recruit ones that do not require any gold, feel free to keep what remaining gold is there off of for your own. So he gives each of you a bag with 333 gold pieces. With 1 gold piece in the middle that you guys have to fight about who gets it amongst each other.
I'm fine with that. Question, sir. The area we are going to, is it still rebuilding? How is the infrastructure? Will we need things like carts or caravans until we can get proper homes? Or
I am still trying to find that out, but it will take a while before we have not set any foot yet, and according to all reports, the giants burned everything down that they did not see as valuable.
so
We are
general
rebuilding
supplies.
we are most likely rebuilding from scratch.
So definitely general supplies like lots of water, rations, probably seeds and other things to set up basic housekeeping. I take it, sir.
You make sure you have a proper boatswain. I am sure he will make sure you have the things you need for your ship at least.
And I will endeavor to hire the boatswain first.
Prince, I do have a question of my own. Since the lands are fairly devastated, is there land free for new settlements to be made as well?
Of course there is, but we cannot promise lands right away, for we do not know yet what sort of threats we will face there.
That is
But
fair. It is just
in the sense of theory, yes, there is.
good. This is good.
What was the name of the tavern? Hurricane's Rest.
Yes.
And you said the labor market as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is obviously out of character. But the labor market, I assume we'd get like general laborers, and then we can go to the inn for special peoples.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
I have a question for you gentlemen. Since we have split this gold evenly, maybe one of us in particular should go for the higher officer spots, like the boatswain and the ship's manager and the captain, and the others should get normal crew and laborers.
I have no problem with whatever you decide.
Now,
I
unfortunately,
I agree as well.
so I will say that Sasan seems to be the most comfortable with associating with others in a polite manner. Whereas I am currently on my best behavior. uh, Generally, when I interview people, it's a bit more direct. And I'm pretty sure Tech Bess and Amaros are laughing as I say that. and and I give him a look, but it's like, yeah, I understand. Um, so I definitely could go to the labor market. I do not believe that they will try to uh, take advantage of me. I think I'm relatively well known there, aren't I, Amaros?
Of course you are, sir. You know, we have made a fine partnership at the labor markets.
You can't see it, but I'm rolling my eyes so hard. It's just so hard.
His son will do what he must to see this done, but out of character, he does have a +1 in charisma. Is there anyone more suited?
Yes.
I am
then,
not. I
then,
am
then,
just
then I will do
fine.
so. Then I will go to maybe since I am a little bit more well known in the area. I thought Cezanne was of his house, but yes, I've heard rumors about they are a little cutthroat. So yes, I will head to the inn
he
first.
he was born in the nobility, but he didn't talk his way there.
Yeah,
I always see it like this. It doesn't matter what your origins are. You can still be an introvert.
oh yeah, yeah. I was trying to play this character as less talky, but then I forgot I'm a freaking paladin.
Mm.
Uh,
The
that's what
thing,
I do.
the thing about Grimlock, he's very sociable. He's just not very good with the social graces with any other race but lizard folk. So that's why his charisma is low, is because he's basically just he knows how to interact with his people,
And
but not
like,
with others.
yeah, and the social graces with lizard folks usually involve fighting.
Yeah, fighting and very and like a fair amount of aggression. But like but he also does know like generally human graces, but keeps it, but is generally not good at doing it well in a sense.
like I personally like to think that the lizard folk of this world usually resolve conflicts verbally, but what they verbally do is the dozens. Like your mama's scale so colored, discolored.
In my mind, honestly, I was thinking more like a lot of it is a lot of like growling and like and like nearly inflating their throats, because I don't know, a lot of lizards do that to for intimidation, so that's what a lot of lizard folk like interactions turn into, is a lot of growling and inflating of their necks.
That is
Uh,
true too. It's like, would anyone wish to accompany me to the inn?
I would not mind coming along.
And do you wish my company, or shall I go to the labor market
Well, whatever you would like to do. I mean, we should probably all go together,
as you
as
wish?
since we all have the money.
Yeah, that's it. We'll just all go together. Fuck it. This make it less complicated in that way.
Also, my the high. What the hell is your title again?
High magistrate.
The high magistrate. Like, and now the prince is rolling his eyes when she says that. The high magistrate is actually quite good at these things, and knows the city better than I do.
Then I will say my goodbyes to you all. I must continue observing the maps and discussing things with my father, Prince Mansour. Good luck.
Before you go, Prince Kareem, I would like to apologize and give you a warning. I brought a delicacy from the place you were at. It's called baklava. I was not expecting to meet the Sultan, so of course I gave it to him. There may still be some left if you would like some.
Knowing my grandfather, he cannot leave a snack behind. That is not going to be the case.
I tried at least. I was not expecting to meet him, and I know the etiquette is to give
Do not
the
worry.
Sultan a gift.
I have had plenty of baklava in the past. We have even introduced a little bit back here.
I probably bought it from someone you introduced it to.
And after our mission is complete, I will take my place back in Tylea and eat plenty of great dishes there again. Do not worry.
Honestly, would love to hear.
I need to visit some good friends and someone very special to me.
I honestly would love to hear stories of your adventures. I heard that you used to kill giants like they were nothing.
The stories are what my contribution to the stories are greatly exaggerated.
I hate to tell you this.
I can tell you many things about my two friends Everine and Xenon. About how Everine destroyed with her mythical weapon a chakram many giants.
They don't sound that interesting. You, on the other hand, I cannot wait to hear your tales. I will take my leave now, before I further put my foot in my mouth.
Anyone else want to say anything to the prince?
Um,
Um,
Grimlock, hearing that you're meant to give a gift to the Sultan, looks at the prince, and like you see him like kind of fumble on himself for a second, and like picks out a fairly nice bone carved necklace off like his person. And he goes like, "Could you give this to the Sultan as a gift from me?" and like hands it to him.
Sure thing. I shall give it to the moment I have time. I shall give it to my grandfather as quickly as possible.
I thank you. I am sorry. I did not realize what I was
Turn
supposed.
around, you see that the Sultan is petting the tiger.
Mm.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Lovely beast.
Grimlock, it is more of a if you had a gift to give someone, it is for that person. Unless the Sultan is there, then it is always for the Sultan. My gift was specifically for Prince Kareem, since I knew his father back in the war. But to give that to him and not give the Sultan something would have been the insult.
Ah. Your customs are odd, but not bad.
Zizan will bow again before he leaves.
As you leave the throne room, the servant is waiting outside and gestures that you follow them as you go back towards the raiding room where Gorok and Cezanne's followers are, and you see Gorok just emptied the large bowl of Hamin. And
Is he like sitting there with a big old bloated belly?
Yeah, and like the moment you open the door, it's like he burps right into your direction.
There's a reason I did not bring him.
I hate to say it, but I think you made the proper choice.
Yes. Let's go, Grimrock. Sorry, my fucking brains. Gorok. Come along. We are leaving.
Character, it is so hard for me not to say me Grimlock Smash every time I hear your name.
Oh yeah, Uldaman, fine memories. Alright, so
No, it's originally from the Transformers. Grimlock was the main Dinobot. That was a joke that they took from Transformers and put it on Ultima.
I know that. I didn't watch the original Transformers, so
Yeah, the main Dinobot Transformer was Grimlock, and his saying was "Me Grimlock Smash." Sorry, I'm old.
I watched actually. That's where I got the name. A little bit.
Okay, I don't feel as bad now.
Yeah, no, I watched the Dinobots.
as you travel through the city again. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's a map of the city.
As we leave the castle, are we accosted by a confused tiefling? Please tell me we are.
No.
Oh, I so want to hire her.
As you travel through the city, like the palace is here, and the docks are basically built around this river. And the tavern that you guys were looking for, the Hurricane's Rest, is right about here. As you go towards it, along the way in the thriving cities, you enter the Hurricane's Rest. You enter from here. You see here a large sign for the stairs with a sign: go to the left. Do not enter here. Construction.
Okay. Go to the left.
Yeah, go. Sorry, I go to the left. Yeah, wherever that entrance is. Oh, is it way over there? Way over to the left.
Oh, okay. To the left, to the left, to your left, right, left.
And I guess we head inside.
Do I know where the area, where the hiring is done here?
There is no official hiring place. It's just like this place is well known for the fact that it is a place where people with sea skills come to rest. So you could hire people off of other boats or other teams, basically.
Yeah, it's like a
Omarosa-
sailor's bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amaros, come with me. I have an idea. I find the most central area of, the most central area. Did you already pick, what, Amarose's, cantrips were? Does she have thermatology?
Let's see. She has Light, Sacred Frame, Eldritch Blast, and Toll of the Dead, I see.
Okay, never mind. So I bang my, glaive. And she's gonna assist me with this. I bang my glaive on the, pound my glaive on the floor. The butt of the glaive on the floor. And, proudly announce, "Hello, I am Amon Hotep of the Order of Osiris. We are on a commission from the Prince, from Prince Kareem, to help take back the, what was the name of the area? I'm sorry, my memory is horrible.
The western border of Asherah.
The western border of Asherah. We are looking for a suitable sea crew As you know, the prince is quite generous, and there's much esteem to be held by anyone being able to join this expedition. Please come to me now if you are interested. We are specifically looking for very skilled quartermasters. Oh, what was the other things?
Quartermaster was a seals master, was it? Not seals, but sealing master.
Quartermaster, sailing master, boatswain, doctor, carpenter, and cook, and sailors.
Quartermaster, sailing master, boatswain, doctor, cook, and sailors. You'll be paid a more than reasonable amount. There will be much honor, and we working for the great Prince Kareem.
Some of them cheer, yay! And then they take a swig off of their wine. And nobody approaches you.
You see Grimlock.
Should I roll a persuasion?
Oh, they cheered for you.
Oh, okay.
They just didn't come.
You're saying Grimlock notes stuff down while he's looking at you. You don't know what he's noting down, but he's noting stuff down.
So yeah, I'm standing there in full armor, just like waiting for somebody to come, and no one's coming.
The barkeeper, like, gestures you to come towards him.
I go towards the barkeeper.
Greetings, Aman Hotep. It seems you had a very good speech, but practice is here that if you want to recruit someone, you approach them. They do not approach you. Just some free advice. You seem, as I look at your armor, very knowledgeable in military ranks, but these are sea people, and their protocols are quite a bit different.
I pay exactly what I think advice is worth, and I give him 1 gold for that. And
thank you very much.
And then I give him another gold. It's like, if you could help me hire these people and hire the best, there will be another 8 gold in this for you.
I can surely help you a bit, but I am not a sailor myself as well, so I can give you some help with their personalities maybe and what type of person they are, but not their actual sailing skills.
Well, then I have a question for you.
Sure thing.
Who do you think in this bar is the most knowledgeable about sailing? And I will hire that person first. And I will still give you the other gold.
That would be Payman. Although his knowledge is old though, but with age comes wisdom. He points at
Oh God. Payman, would you come here, please? No, I will go over to Payman. I have heard many great things, Payman, about your knowledge of the sea. Hello, sir. I have heard many great things about your knowledge of the sea and those who ply its trade. I was wondering if I paid you a few gold if you could help us interview and or tell us who to go to as to get the best crew.
a couple of gold for an advisory role. That would definitely, and I could definitely go nuts. My rate for that would be 10 gold pieces.
Hmm. Well, I'm sure you're quite worth it. Could we say a more fair uh price might be 6?
Go ahead and make
I,
a persuasion check.
I'm trying to have Amaros help if you don't mind.
I do have different helping rules.
Oh, okay.
So she can help, but she basically also has to roll a skill check, and the DC is 15, and then her persuasion modifier gets added to your roll. And if
Okie
she
doke.
fails the DC 15 check, you get a -1 to the roll. So
How's her persuasion?
+4.
Then yes.
Fine. You want me to roll it, or will you roll it?
Uh, I'll roll it.
Alright.
I'll be the harbinger of my own doom.
You currently rolled a 10. Let's see if she can improve that.
Persuasion.
She succeeded on her help, so you rolled a 14. As Payman thinks about it for a little moment and says, yes, 6 gold is definitely a decent price. Well, let's see who we have all in here. As he points out, do you pay the 6 gold?
Yes, I've paid the Cisco.
Nargis over there is a woman. You actually recognize Nargis. She was
Okay.
a soldier in your battalion before you stopped in the army.
Hmm.
So you were her leading commander before that.
Hopefully she was one of the people cheering though, because it'd be real funny. Like if she didn't like me, it's like maybe if she liked me, she would have come up, but we'll see. Nargis.
She also quit. She also quit the army to become a town guard instead because she wanted to be closer to her family at the time. I believe she used to be quite a calm person, but since she was fired from the town guard, she has been quite angry and not completely stable anymore. I do not know the circumstances of her being fired from that position, but I would not recommend her. Although she could, if she got her act back together, become a decent quartermaster, boatswain, or sailor. And the next one there is that one. She points at a fiefling woman in the corner. Sazen recognizes the fiefling woman. That one I have no idea of. She doesn't even speak any. She doesn't speak any Hybarakian, Vilrakian, or any language that we have here. Although it seems the barkeeper was able to talk with her. So I have no opinion about that. Let's see. Then
She
you
looks
might
quite
clear it.
sturdy though.
Sorry?
So I was just making a random comment that she looks quite sturdy.
Yes. Even though back in the day, I had a very fine physique, and I love me some muscle on my women. What?
Too much information, but keep going.
Arman, who is the constructionist in the other area of the bar, is currently busy there reconstructing it, but he is a fine carpenter and sailor.
Can I go to the woman and cast comprehend languages on myself and just have a written conversation with her.
Um, yes, but comprehend languages only works one way, so you'll understand what she says, but she's not able to understand what you say.
Yeah,
Just
tongues
so you
is the
know.
one you
Just
want.
so you know.
Sounds good to me.
Alright. As you approach her, she recognizes you from her moment of appearing, and and she just says, "You again. You were the one. You were there when I got summoned here. Who are you?"
And I'll write down my name and house crest. As his son. I and I'll try to pantomime out. What's your name?
She looks confused at you because, well, yeah, you understood what she said, but she didn't understand what you said, and points at you. Saizan?
I'm not perfectly and point back at her. Same in the same way.
She points at herself. Fernir. Fernir.
And I'll um make a gesture like I'm working on something, assuming an act or whatever, and point to her.
She comes a bit closer. And tries to, and then points at herself. Fernir.
Not encouragingly.
Do you know how I can get home?
I'll um uh, I'll try to I'll just ask where is home, and I'll pull out a map and sort of shrug.
She looks at the map and she has no idea. Like, I've never seen this map before. This doesn't look like anything where I'm from.
I'll point where we are um and drag my finger to where the voyage is going, and look at her questioningly. Does she want to come?
I want to go back home.
Jason, I noticed your conversation. Do you need some help? I believe the bartender can speak her language.
And that would be helpful. I was hoping I can do this myself, but perhaps he can assist.
All right. You needed some help?
Yes, I was hoping to have a conversation with Ferna here. I'm told you can and you can assist us.
I can definitely help. She speaks two languages that I know of. One that I only recognize, and the other one that I speak. Do you by any chance speak Elvish?
And just a minute.
Oh, we got to
Uh,
choose languages? I thought you chose them for us.
I replaced Common for the main language of this area, but all the other languages you can still choose.
Oh.
Here, let me show you. You have here the. World Frontier slow, but here you have it that you can see it. All the languages. So the languages on top are all languages in the region, and then the lower ones are of neighboring kingdoms. So any language that isn't on this list is not important.
Okay.
So I know I'm assuming that we're speaking Hyperacton.
Yeah, that's basically the main language that you guys all are speaking.
I'm not very familiar with Elvish or Sylvan. I would be interested in learning. However, I can learn I can learn that now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where she is from,
Um,
or have a guess?
she said she is from a. She said she is from a land called the Westerlands. I've never heard of it before, but she has never heard of any of the lands that we come from either. So it must be far, far away.
Can I do